Well. So today's scent of the day kind of inspired me to do a very specific topic. I know performance is quite important to a lot of you, and while it's not the utmost important thing to me, scent is always number one for me. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't really enjoy some loud fragrances from time to time. And today was one of those days, and that fragrance is actually in this video. And speaking of this video, I've got 10 particular, very powerful, beastly type of fragrances that I want to discuss with you guys. So stay tuned. Starting with one that I don't dare wear in the summer because it's just too overwhelming and cloying, but the rest of the year, this stuff does its job and it does it well. That's YSLY. This is the Eau de Parfum Flanker. This stuff is just, it can be too much sometimes, honestly. Probably the most powerful blue fragrance I have. Damn, it smells good. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to scent alone, the EDT is my favorite, but when it comes to performance, EDP is just, it's a beast. There's, for lack of a better term, beast is just the way to go. A lot more sweetness than the original. It still has that freshness, that apple, ambergris, sage type of smell that the DNA is known for. Just heightened, rich, and extremely intensified because the performance, like I said, is just cranked up on this one. If you're looking for an all-around fragrance that can just do anything, which a lot of blue fragrances are great for, this is the one, especially in the cooler months. This stuff just does the trick. An absolute monster in performance. It's YSLY EDP. An all-time hype beast from an affordable standpoint in the fragrance community for its performance, for its quality, for $30 or less. That being Bentley for Men Intense. There's no denying how powerful this stuff is. One that I've always been scarce with the sprays when I do wear it. Not something I wear all the time. You got to be in the mood for rough, rugged, and animalic because it's a lot of leather, smoke, woods. It's edgy, it's spicy, it's boozy, and it's a 10+ hour fragrance that you don't need a lot of sprays of. If you spray this one heavy, you're definitely filling a room, you're choking yourself out, and most likely everybody around you because this stuff is monstrous in performance for me. And like I said, $30 range, you can get a bottle of this. It's extremely masculine. If you don't like the very masculine scent profiles, you won't like this. But if you're looking for something very edgy, like I said before, a lot of leather, smoke, woods, spice, and booze, Bentley for Men Intense. It just does the trick. Tried and true. Been around for many years now. Still one of the most affordable, beastly fragrances you can get. Again, that's Bentley for Men Intense. So you can't have videos like this without something super powerful, sweet compliment getter, you know. And this is extremely sweet, and on my skin, it is very loud. That being Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. Tried and true. I did a full review on this one last year. At the recording of this, it's early 2022. Did a review last year in 2021. Not an absurd 12-hour longevity fragrance on my skin. In the 10-hour realm, which is still a beast in my opinion. But the magic here is it's loud. You don't need a lot of sprays. This is an attention getter. This is a head turner. Though more on the synthetic side for sweet fragrances. No denying its impact. It works. If you're looking to get some positive attention, fragrances like Ultra Male are known to do so, and based on my experience, the hype's real. It's solid. It does smell really good. Directly off of skin, might be a little much, a little too cloying and synthetic, but out in the air, that's where the magic is here. It's very sweet, a lot of warm spice, cinnamon type of smell. Really, really good stuff. Another one been hyped to death over the years, but I think the hype's justifiable on this one. Yes, there's cheaper clone options. People bring up Afnan 9am to me all the time. That's supposedly a really good clone of this, but I mean, if you can find a good price on this, go with the original. Just works. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Ultra Male. Now for the fragrance that actually inspired today's video topic in the first place. I still, even with me spraying these fragrances in the air, it's still, as they settle down, it still comes back to the forefront. The infamous ARGOS, Triumph of Bacchus. One of my favorite tobacco fragrances ever made. This stuff is so damn good. I've talked about it many times. You guys that watch the channel on a pretty regular basis, you've heard me discuss this. When I did a full review back in late 2020, early 2021, something like that. I want to say it was 2020. And this is one that, man, it never gets old. It has darkened, it has richened, it has macerated and matured even more because it's extremely high quality oils. It's absurdly powerful. It's clean, it's crisp, it's bright and fruity, apple and peach medley up top. Gorgeous rum absolute, sweet smooth tobacco. Not a ton of spice here, not overly sweet, but it has a classiness, but not too classy. I mean, hell, I'm wearing a crew neck Adidas sweatshirt right now with a flat bill. And it's rocking just fine for me with this attire. Smells great. Absolutely stand out with this one. If you're looking for one of the best boozy tobaccos ever created. It's pricey, but I'll be damned when you smell it, you understand why. Presentation's top notch, second to none. And the scent profile is just the same. Argos Triumph of Bacchus. Loud and long lasting. So, can't just have one blue fragrance in this video because I do have my fair share of extremely powerful, beastly blue fragrances. And one of the more beastly ones that the more you spray, the heavier the performance for sure, with Acqua di Gio Profondo. This is another hype beast, modern classic, instant classic if you will, because it's well beloved. It was a hit as soon as it launched back in 2020. This stuff's great. If you haven't gotten your nose on it yet, this is the modern Acqua di Gio flanker. If it was a brand new fragrance, if Acqua di Gio was a brand new fragrance line, this would have been where they would have started. Extremely marine, aquatic, by the beach type of vibes, but not so much by the beach vibes that you can't wear this one year round because it's definitely got the power to cut through the cold. Because I mean, we got a blizzard coming at the recording of this. The following day, tomorrow, it's supposed to be a serious like 6 inches of snow, 7 inches of snow blizzard. So can absolutely wear this. Actually, I might actually wear this because I'll be sitting around the house most of the day. We'll be snowed in, but man, like I said, beast, loud. If you like fresh fragrances and you need one that performs, this is great. It really is. This is a must try in my opinion. Though I do like its flanker Profondo lights in the scent category just a tad bit more. There's no denying the performance here. This is the more beastly fragrance of the two. And if performance is important to you, you want to turn heads, you want to grab attention, you want people to smell you at the very least. Fragrances like Acqua di Gio Profondo will do just that. My favorite Montale fragrance, one of my favorite sweet ouds ever made as well, that being Montale Honey Oud. This is just hands down my favorite from the house. This stuff is so good. Honey, as you would expect by the name. Honey, cinnamon, vanilla, amber oud. Beautiful. Beautiful. The oud's not too oudy. If you've smelled oud, you know where I'm coming from. It's not too barnyardy, stinky type of stuff. It doesn't smell medicinal and too much like medicine. It kind of falls somewhere in between slightly medicinal, just a touch, and warm wood meets dry pencil shaving. Kind of somewhere in the middle of all of that is where the oud smell in Montale's Honey Oud comes for me on my skin. Smells like it's glazed in honey with cinnamon sprinkled on top and like somebody just shaved vanilla over the top of it. It's beautiful and it's super loud. I never use more than 4 sprays when I spray this one. There's no need. There's no need. It's damn near filling a room with 4 sprays and 12 plus hours. I mean, it just sticks to my skin like honey, as a matter of fact, just like glue. This is an attention getter. Super unisex, not overly done. This is an easy to wear oud because there's so much sweetness and spiciness going on here to really kind of counteract some of the oud. They didn't really dial it up too much. It's not too heavy. And it is a little bit more of a synthetic oud because it's from Montale. Montale and MANCERA don't use the most natural ouds, but it's a little bit better than what you would find with standard designer fragrances for sure. But if you're looking for a sweet beast, oh man, this is a delectable treat. Montale Honey Oud. You know, don't get me wrong, SPICEBOMB Extreme, it's an absolute beast. It's featured to death. It's a hype beast as well. It deserves all the praise it gets. But one that keeps getting overshadowed, performs just as well, if not a little bit better, and smells a little bit more unique, honestly, in my opinion, is SPICEBOMB Night Vision, the Eau de Parfum. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite in the line. This is my favorite SPICEBOMB fragrance. It's so good. Those of you that haven't smelled it, man, you really should. more on the mass appealing side than date night evening wear, like I would put Spice Bomb Extreme. This has a bit more of a daytime appeal, while still has that sexy appeal that you would want in the evenings at the same time. It's a little nutty, it's creamy, it's got a lot of undertone of spice. It's more fresh spice than warm spice. It's got a little hit of that Invictus style opening up top, but not much. Not like the original Eau de Toilette did, where that was basically just a spicy Invictus. This one's got a lot more character going for it, and the performance is absurd. I don't need more than 5 sprays with this. This is an attention getter. I have gotten many compliments with this fragrance, if that kind of stuff matters to you. And it's a little bit unique. It's a little bit unique because Night Vision EDT was run-of-the-mill copycat off of Invictus fame type of stuff, whereas here they changed it up greatly. Pistachio and nutty notes. That's the two additions to this scent profile that made the biggest impact and the biggest change to the scent profile, in my opinion. Gave it so much more character. Please get your nose on this one if you haven't yet. This is a 10+ hour fragrance. This is you really don't need more than 4 or 5 sprays, but you heavy sprayers, you're going to choke everybody out around you as well as yourself. So if you are going to spray it heavy, maybe avoid spraying up here. Kind of sides and back of the neck kind of thing. Avoid the chest, because this stuff, it's powerful. Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb Night Vision EDP. My favorite powerful barbershop style fragrance for sure. Affordable. Very affordable. Sub $40 range, you can get your hands on AZZARO Pour Homme Intense Eau de Parfum. I love this stuff. It is so good. Love it first sniff. Love it first sniff. My, is it good. It's boozy. It's spicy. It's aromatic. It's ode to the original. You do smell the original's DNA, but it's a modern take. They have this brandy note with this cinnamon that really adds a lot more pop. This slightly sweetened, boozy nature with a lot more warm spice to go with that aromatic aftershave type of smell that the original's known for. It's not so much soft and spicy like the original. It's much more warm and spicy, and this stuff is loud. You don't need a lot of sprays of this one either, but if you dial the sprays up a little bit beyond 7, you can damn near fill a room with this one. It is an absolute beast. It's long lasting. Another one that sticks to the skin. They really improved upon the original's DNA. I stand behind this statement that this is the best version of AZZARO Pour Homme for all the flankers that have come out over the years. My vote, hands down the best. The must try from the house. If you're going to get any of them and you like barbershop, this is the one to get. Check it out if you haven't yet. AZZARO Pour Homme Intense. While I like its newest flanker more, this is definitely the more powerful fragrance if you're looking to turn heads and get attention, because the projection is quite heavy. It is a beast. I'm talking about AZZARO Wanted by Night. Yes, I do prefer the Most Wanted a little bit more. I like the scent profile a little bit more with that one, but this is the beast. There wasn't longevity, don't get me wrong, but this one is louder. This projects harder. This pushes off the skin a lot more. The scent bubble is pretty damn big with this, especially if you start dialing up the sprays in the 6, 7, 8 spray mark. It's a loud beast at that point. Another one that has that similar copycat Invictus style opening, but there's a lot more spice here, warm amber, and there's a tobacco note that starts to come in the heart into the dry down of the fragrance to really separate it and give it a bit more character. There's just a little bit of similarity in the opening to Invictus, but as that calms down within 5 to 10 minutes, it really becomes its own fragrance. This is extremely attractive. At the recording of this, Christmas just passed a month ago, and I actually just bought my stepson a 100 ml bottle of this for $40 from Kingdom Fragrances. So it's very affordable for the money. It really is. You get a lot for your $40 if you're buying it. This is a 5-ounce bottle, but the 100 mLs for around $40 I think is a steal. It's massively popular. A ton of people wear it, don't get me wrong, but there's a reason for that, because it's loud, it's proud, and it smells frickin' great. From a designer standpoint, this stuff smells great. Extremely alluring, perfect in the evenings, and it's a damn beast. This is AZZARO Wanted by Night. Last but not least, I had to include in MANCERA here, and it's not the typical MANCERA that you may be expecting with red tobacco, because there's a ton of really good ones. The recording of this, my wife wore black vanilla today. Another really good one. But for me, MANCERA's Instant Crush Man, this is absurdly powerful. This is up there with red tobacco's power. Beyond 12 hours on my skin and very long lasting. You know, there's the strength of it's in the first 8 to 10 hours, but it still goes beyond that easily. It's so good too. Jasmine and amberwood. This is much more floral and a bit more synthetic than Baccarat Rouge 540. That's the elephant in the room. This has a strong similarity to Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP. There's no denying it. That's clearly the route they were going with their own little twist, because it is a little bit sweeter and it's much, much more floral and a bit, like I said, a bit more synthetic because they put so much amberwood in here. It does give it a synthetic, warm ambroxan type of smell with this bright white floral jasmine note. Definitely leans on the feminine side, very unisex. Ladies, you can absolutely roll with this. But guys, if you like florals or you like Baccarat Rouge style, the Baccarat Rouge 540 scent profile in the first place, this is one of the best versions or renditions of it, especially with the performance for the money, because you can find these for sub $100 and it smells incredible. It will set you apart and it's an absolute nuclear beast. It's MANCERA's Instant Crush. Well guys, that's the 10 I have for you today. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Do you have any of the fragrances in this video? If so, what do you think about them? And also, did any of these really capture your attention? Are you interested in trying any of these? I'd also like to hear what you think about some of these that maybe sparked your interest and you maybe feel you need to get your nose on them, because it's definitely some really good, powerful fragrances in this video that get my seal of approval. That's why they made this video topic in the first place. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these fragrances and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.